All right, well, let's get back to the English speaking people because we've got an update on our friend across the pond, the former prince, now I think he's the Duke of Dog at this point. Nobody wants him around, but Andrew, the one of the stories on him had, Brian, I forget how it was phrased, but part of his rent he was paying on this expansive cottage was a fucking peppercorn.
You can get rid of the penny, but don't touch my peppercorns.
Don't touch the peppercorns. Well, we've got Gareth in London. Sent us an email to try to make some sense of what we were hearing here. And he says, "Hi, Jim and Brian. As a fully paid up loyal subject of the British Crown and more importantly, a homeowner here in Britain, let me give you a bit of insight into the UK property market and the reason why Andrew has apparently been paying for his rent in peppercorns. Here in England, property can be owned two ways, freehold and leasehold. Basically, freehold means owning the land and building outright. That would be you're in your house or whatever, and there you are.
That's freehold. And freeload is refusing to leave Frogmore Cottage.
All right, now, come on. No, so this is going to be complicated enough as it is. Don't fucking, I can't take it today. I won't be able to keep track of this. Freehold, you own the land, you own the building. You're pretty good. Leasehold means owning the buildings only, not the land itself, for a limited amount of time, typically 99 years. 99?
Wow.
But what earthly goddamn sense does that? Because if leasehold, if you own the land and the building, then you can rent the building out. So, but how do you own, but for a limited time of a little less than 100 years, the building on the guy's land? What if the guy said, you know what, I'd like to take my land and shove it all up my ass? I don't know what the fuck.
Is it a guy's land or is it the kingdom's land?
Well, no, this is property in England. This is apparently for commoners and royalers alike.
But if you
this is the way they do things.
That's what I'm saying. If we're talking about the only royal we're talking about here has this freehold rule, so he can actually own the land and the house. And
we ain't got there yet.
And everyone else has to. You could buy it, but only for 99 years. Who's the actual owner? Because
no, you're fucking this whole thing up. It's not just the royal people. This is the way they do shit with property in England, is what I'm trying to say to you.
That's what I'm saying.
Well, so let me go on here a second and we'll argue about the next line. A leaseholder owns their property in all practical ways and is responsible for all ongoing maintenance, repairs, but they have to pay the freeholder a ground rent every year. So both these people are stupid, because if you own a piece of land and a building that you then leasehold the building to somebody, well, you can't do anything with your land because the guy's got the fucking building. And why would a guy spend any appreciable amount of money improving a structure on which it's on somebody else's land?
All right, here's your deed. I won't be around, but someone in my family will be around in 99 years to collect the keys.
It all said 99 years. Well, unless I buy the house across the street, well, I'm going to rent it out to somebody for 99 years. What the fuck? They ain't going to be, I ain't going to be here. So anyway, he's going on. The ground rent is usually very low, especially when the lease is long and is essentially symbolic. So that means that I've got a piece of property and I don't know whether the building was already there and I just leased the building, but I still own the property to this guy, or maybe I just he built the house. I don't know what the fuck.
You don't have points, you have options.
But, but I've got now a piece of property that a guy's built a house on and is living on. I own the property, but all he gives me is symbolic rent of a peppercorn for the next 100 years. Why did I own that land to begin with?
It doesn't sound like a smart real estate move.
What the fuck? And it said the term peppercorn is applied to these low rents, but no one is actually paying a peppercorn. Either the freeholder simply doesn't bother collecting, or there's a nominal fee such as £1. So Andrew actually bought a 75-year lease on the Royal Lodge for a reported £5.3 million, which covered a £1 million purchase and $4.3 million for upgrades and repairs on the Royal Lodge. He later paid another $2.6 million to buy out future rental income. I've tried to work out exactly what this means, but to be honest, I got bored. So the fact that the ground rent is a peppercorn is a bit misleading, and it doesn't mean he got his house for free. It also complicates the issue of moving him somewhere else, because legally it's his house. Now, none of this means the fucker deserves a single solitary penny of UK taxpayers' money, or that he shouldn't be in jail for the fucked up shit he was into, but that's another story. Thank you, Gareth, for that. But so he's got millions of pounds that he can fucking trick up the Royal Lodge with, but he pays a peppercorn for the ground that it sits on.
He bought his yacht with beanstalk seeds. You know, that's the other thing. You say he paid this amount for the land and this amount of repairs. I don't give a fuck how much he paid in repairs. That's on him. But the point is, where did he get that money? He doesn't have a job. He's a royal. That is British taxpayer money, isn't it?
Well, no, apparently, you know, the family also, they have all the money from the crown jewels and all the other shit that they've had that they've built this country out of for the last 1,000 years.
They don't sell
the royal
them.
family.
But they don't sell it. It's not like Andrew needs a home. Let's sell some jewels.
Okay, stop. Right now, Google royal family net worth, because somebody was saying that these motherfuckers, because of the lineage and the privilege that they have gotten, have literally.
Well, I mean, again, it's a kingdom that goes back hundreds of years, to a time where it really was a kingdom and they really did take everyone's everything.
Yes, and now they have kept all that plus the interest while no official legitimate work is done.
It's estimated to be worth, the royal family is estimated to be worth around $28 billion.
Jesus Christ. And again, this guy gets away from every goddamn, well, he ain't got away from it now, but gets away with all this bullshit. They said he was the favorite son of his old mother, Queen Elizabeth. It should have been Queen Victoria. She would have put her foot down with all that perverted stuff going on. So they've just lavished millions of dollars on this sack of shit his entire life, multi-millions of dollars.
Hey, here's a question I don't know the answer to, and you may not either. This may be a future segment. We'll hear from Gareth or whoever sent this in. When did the kingdom, or the queendom, whatever it is at the time, when did it go from actually ruling the country and being in charge of everything to being a mostly symbolic role that the taxpayers fund? Right?
Well,
I mean, when did the prime minister just take over? Like, when did everything change so that, I mean, I don't know, does King Charles have any official power?
No. He can't give a cripple crab a crutch officially as far as dealing with America. Okay, we're going to put a tariff on you or sending anybody to war or whatever the fuck. No, they can't do jack shit.
Please come on a tour. See my family's jewelry. That's basically.
Wait a minute. Google that then. Fuck the royal family. I don't know how you'd Google it. Rise of. Is it democracy in Britain, since now they vote for the politicians like we're supposed to?
Well, hold on. I just also looked it up. As a constitutional monarch, I guess that's the question. When did it become a constitutional monarch? King Charles III's powers are primarily symbolic and ceremonial.
Shambolic, maybe.
He reigns, but does not rule. The ability to make laws and govern the country reside with the UK Parliament and the elected government, but the king performs several key state functions and hold significant soft power.
Significant soft power. I wonder, is that why they make those blue pills when you have only significant soft power? What does that, what do you do with your significant soft power, Brian? Can you threaten people with being tickled to death in the Tower of London?
Camilla, come here. Woo. I don't know how it works. The UK effectively became a constitutional monarchy in 1689 after the Glorious Revolution, with the signing of the English Bill of Rights and the Scottish Claim of Right Act. These acts formally limited the power of the monarch and established Parliament as the supreme legislative body.
Well, wait a minute.
What about the revolution? Yeah.
I was about to say that was 100 years later. We said we don't fuck the king. Did we not get the memo that they had already fucked the king? We're in 1776. We're saying we don't want a monarch. We don't want the fucking king. No taxation without representation. All the shit we got today. And we didn't get the memo that they'd said to fuck the king in 1689.
See, it really wasn't the king. It turns out it was the network of promoters that were like, you will be booking our top star in your territory. You will
It
continue.
was the alliance. He was the alliance king.
Yeah, that's right.
He was only the alliance king until they were behind him. What the fuck is going on? So why were they still supposedly fucking our forefathers 40 and however many years ago, that we had to revolutionize them when they had already revolutionized their royal family?
Again, this may be not the thing to.
Is this just a bunch of stupid people having stupid problems that affect the world in horrible ways for centuries to come?
Centuries to come? Possibly. Likely.
And go. Yes.
Yes.
It never quits. So point being, what was the point here? The point is the royal family are rich as fuck.
Yes.
But the royal family are rich as fuck, but they have no legitimate power. It's just that King Charles gets soft every now and then. And yet they're treated for some reason because they have inseminated members of their own family for countless generations, that they deserve all this fucking posh treatment. I don't.
Yeah. You say they have no power. They have power. They have the power to sell newspapers, the power to make paparazzi lose their mind.
Yeah, well, apparently they got the power to put $28 billion in the bank.
They're the biggest celebrities in British history.
So why are our friends across the pond not up in arms about this and try to throw the whole bunch of them out in the streets? For heaven's sake. You know, it's getting awful deep in here, Brian. I'll just say that. I think we need a good quality pair of waterproof boots to wade through all of this poo-poo and caca.
Oh.
You see what I've done there?
Well, especially in the British countryside, or especially over in England with that weather, I'm sure you definitely want a good pair of boots, but let's focus on America. I don't know why I brought that up.
Well, I mean, the people in our good friends over at Brunt, I'm sure that they're not going to discriminate or differentiate if you being the people out there, go to bruntworkwear.com to look at the best work boots that have ever been made. I've talked about I wear them out in the yard. I'm mucking around in the muddy creek. I'm over on my hands and knees in the mulch beds, pulling weeds. The boots, they keep my feet warm. They keep my feet comfy. I got good balance. They got the treads on the bottom so I don't slip and bust my keister. They're almost something you want to wear to bed at night. So that way you get up in the morning ready to attack some more work. But if you go to bruntworkwear.com, as I was about to say, we're not going to send them to Britain because the British people don't work. They know it's only the royal family that doesn't work, Brian. The rest of the people over there, they're good salt of the earth people. They like to stick their hands in the dirt and plant the seeds and make the flowers and the crops grow, to make the rain fall on the dew of the morning, and then you go to work again. That's what you do, isn't it?
Well, we want to talk about and focus on is the quality, the style, the comfort, all around a fantastic, fantastic boot experience from the good people at Brunt.
It's like slipping on comfortable condoms for your feet. You're going to be dry and protected no
That's
matter
not a
how
great example.
no matter how dirty the job you're about to do. You're going to be dry and protected with I like the Marin boot. The lightweight, waterproof, slip and oil resistant, heat resistant. It's electrical hazard rated. You can go up and kick a goddamn electric pole.
Don't do that for any reason. No reason to do that.
Well, it's at least a phone pole. But they also have the Omen, where those are all of the things that I just mentioned, but they have a different way that they lace up. But you can see all this at bruntworkwear.com because it's on their website. And as I said, I can recommend these no matter whether you want to climb the highest mountain or whether you want to swim the deepest ocean or whether you just want to wade through a bunch of bullshit in your daily life. And right now, if you go to bruntworkwear.com and use the code JCE, which we have so graciously provided you right here, what you're going to do is get $10 off your entire order with the code JCE at bruntworkwear.com, BRUNT, because they bear the brunt of the problems that you will find in finding comfortable boot wear for your feet. That's why they call them. And also because you grunt when you pull them on because you go, ooh.
That's not why they call it brunt.
That feels good.
That has nothing to do with why they call it brunt.
That's the brunt grunt. But ooh, that feels good.
Once again, they're great boots. We all love them.
And we don't want to tell you what they call the women's boot. But right now, bruntworkwear.com and use the code JCE. Order today and let them know you heard it right here on this show. And they won't be surprised at all. And it's for Christmas is coming up. Skip the throwaway gifts. Get them something built to last. Ladies, if you're out there and you're wanting this, here's the thing. If you want him to be safe and not hurt in industrial accidents, get him these boots. But get him the cheap stuff if you're wanting to collect on the insurance. But if you're not ready for that, go to bruntworkwear.com. Use the code JCE, $10 off your order. These things are just fabulous.
A fabulous deal for the listeners, a fabulous boot. Our friends at Brunt.
If you've got a hardworking man in your life, they make great gifts. Brian, do you have a hardworking man in your life? All your gardeners, they all work hard. Are you going to get them all Brunts?
I have my own Brunts. I'm a hardworking man. And of course, you could all get your own without committing to buying them for others. One more time, Jim, that promo code.
JCE. Get them for all the gardeners.